Hello, friends. I'm Tumisha from the Thar Desert, also known as Butterfingers or Miss Clumsy Onesie, because that's why. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Everyone in my family had a gift except me. Mom loves stitching the most craziest designs. Once, she stitched a picture of a zebra with all its stripes coming off on my only white Punjabi.
Isn't that pretty?
What's wrong with the zebra?
It symbolizes how you keep dropping things. If you were a zebra, you would probably drop your stripes.
That's interesting. My sister Siri, who was 2 years older than me, loved drawing, and she was so good at it. Hey Siri, what's the weather like today? Hot like an oven. Make sure to wear your sun hat. You wanna play? Not right now. Mom asked me to draw something for Dad's workplace. My dad had a gift with animals and worked at the Desert National Park.
Tumisha, you wanna try feeding?
I loved it when Dad asked me to help out, but the animals usually didn't stay still in my arms. How come the animals don't like me the way they like you, Dad?
They need to get used to you, and you need to relax around them. I'll teach you everything you need to know about wild.
Learning from Dad was always fun, but although I loved all animals, I wasn't passionate about them like Dad was. I sucked at pretty much everything. I tried desperately to find my strength in many things, like for instance, stone hockey.
Tumisha, I walked miles for that water. Why, oh why?
It was an accident.
You and your silly accidents. I'm getting so tired of it.
Well, stone hockey was obviously not in my good books, so when I was 9, I tried out our tribal dance, which only certain people could pull off. I had it going until I started spinning. Okay, yeah, everyone had something special about themselves but me.
Tumisha, bring me the ostrich egg.
Whenever Mom asked me to do anything, I got so excited because she always let Siri do everything. And then, boom! There was a rock in the way and the egg flew in the air, cracking open on Mom's head.
Tumisha!
It was an accident.
You always say that. Why can't you learn from your sister?
It was really an accident. I'm sorry. Well, Mom never let any of my accidents slide by that easy. Later that night, we each got a piece of pastry and the broken pieces of the eggshell for dinner.
Sari, did you show your father that beautiful bird you drew today? Maybe he can hang it up at the national park.
This is it, Dad.
Wow, this is indeed very nice. I am so proud of you, Sari.
Thank you, Dad. Our dinner time was usually like this. Sari, Mom, or Dad received praises for what they accomplished while I watched. I was happy for Sari, and she always tried to involve me. That's because my sister was a true sweetheart. Tumisha also discovered something amazing today, Dad.
Oh, great. What did you discover?
Well, I was looking at the sun and realized the sun rays are even stronger than before. I think it's searching for water to suck up so it can rain.
That's the most craziest thing I've heard. I'll tell you what your daughter has been up to. She broke an entire egg, and that's why our plates are half empty.
I told you it was an accident, and we learned about evaporation and how the clouds get full at school. I think that there is a drought coming, a big one if it doesn't rain soon.
Well, if there is a drought, we all know who to blame. You.
Mom didn't like me because I wasn't perfect like Sari, and no matter how many times I apologized about my mistakes, Mom always saw me as some big failure. I enjoyed school, especially when the teacher spoke about inventions, nature, and how humans were made. They called it science, and it was the coolest thing ever.
Now, who can explain living and non-living things?
Living things are people, plants, animals, and seeds, and non-living things are stones, sand, and air.
Well done, Tumisha. You get a star.
Later that evening, I finally had something to boast about at the dinner table.
Tumisha, when are you taking that thing off your forehead?
You mean my star my teacher gave me because I was brilliant in class?
Brilliance is when your hands can be put to good use. What will you do with knowledge in a desert?
Well, I think it's a good thing.
Don't be ridiculous. All the girls in the desert know that cooking, cleaning, and sewing gives them a better opportunity to lure a rich man. Tumisha is almost a teenager and she can't do anything.
I guess Sari will remain your star girl. Tumisha. I knew my sister didn't mean any harm. I was just so tired of Mom's negativity towards me. Sari, why does Mom hate me? She doesn't hate you. She's just looking out for you. She loves you. But isn't love accepting a person as they are? I don't know. I think love is having a roof over our heads and food to eat. Yeah, maybe you're right. Can you teach me how to do things like you? Of course I can, sis. I shadowed Sari, trying to be just like her, and it wasn't easy because it wasn't me. You have to focus on this one. I don't understand why we can't just carry the pot in our hands. It's so much simpler. It's lighter on the head. No matter how much I tried to be a perfect lady, it didn't work. And to make it worse, one of the women saw me drop the water and looked upset.
You girls are silly to waste water at a time like this. That was probably the last bit of water you will find in the well.
What are you talking about?
The well is dry, dear. The men of the desert will have to leave tonight to buy bottled water from the faraway stores.
This was bound to happen since there hasn't been rain for a very long time. Gosh, the lady was right. What's going to happen to all of us? How will we survive? Those are some tough questions. Let's go back home and see Dad before he leaves with the men. I wish Dad didn't have to go. Even though he spent most of his time with animals, at least he wasn't like Mom. He never paid attention to my mistakes. Please come back safely, Dad.
I will. You take care of your mom and Tamisha. You are not perfect, but you are brave.
Dad's words gave me courage to stay strong. I never thought of myself being brave, but maybe that was my purpose, to be a brave heart. Days passed since our fathers left the desert to get water from the faraway stores, and everyone looked so miserable, and I felt this urge inside of me to save everyone.
Yes, Tamisha.
Can't we do something using science to save the desert?
All our fathers are out there trying to make a plan. I think we should leave it to them.
I couldn't understand how everyone could continue with life so normally. Everything was drying up. During recess, I spent time in the library researching for a way to save the desert from the drought. An ancient riverbed in the Thar Desert. Wow, there's even a map. I could use this. Later after school, I took Siri with me following the map in the book, but her mind was not at all into finding a solution. She had her own set of problems I never knew about. That book was made ages ago, Tumisha. There's no way that map can still work. It's worth a try. Imagine if there really is an ancient riverbed and we find it. Well, that would be great for you since you're the smart one. Hey, is something else bothering you? Yes, I think I might fail school. What? How come you never said anything before? I was embarrassed, so I faked my report card the whole year. Now it's end of the year. Oh, Sari, I really could have helped you. But don't give up. There's always next year. I wish I was smart like you. And no, I'm not going back to school next year. I'll be turning 18, and I think I'm going to take Mom's advice and wait for someone rich to marry me. Mom's influence on Sari was so strong that whatever I said meant zilch. Sari started spending more time with Mom, and I became almost invisible around the house. Hey, Sari, you still want to come with me on that adventure?
You almost got it, Sari.
Okay then, I guess I'll go alone. Jeez, do you have to be that hot? Like, ugh, give us a break already. I followed the map over the sand dunes and further down to the valley between the dunes. I couldn't make out the rest of the directions on the map. It was an old history book, so the map was faded. Wow, I've never seen butterflies here before. I know it was crazy, but it was like a voice inside of me urging me to dig the ground. I had to save the desert.
Where is she already? What if something ate her up?
Calm down, Mom. It's not that dark yet. Let's go find her.
I know I've always been hard on her, but I wouldn't be okay if something happened.
Tumisha is a strong girl. You have nothing to worry about. My body and mind couldn't stop. I felt so close to something big until I heard Mom's voice.
Tumisha!
Tumisha! I'm in here.
Oh, thank the gods!
What are you doing here? We were worried sick.
You trying to bury something?
Oh my gosh. No, Mom. I got a good feeling that there's water below this spot, so I started digging.
Oh, why me? What will the people say when they find out my child has lost her mind?
Oh, Mom. Do you have to be so dramatic? I strongly believe that I can save the desert from a terrible drought. Okay, let's just go back home. But I'm not done here. Don't be crazy. Mom is worried sick about you. Please, let's just go. I followed them back, but that didn't mean I was going to give up on my mission. I did not go to school for 7 days. What was the point of having education if it was not put to use? So I used my knowledge even though people laughed at me. Hey, crazy girl, when are you going to clean up this mess you made? I'm sure after I find water, you'll be the first one down here to quench your thirst.
No water down there, crazy girl. You have been digging here for 7 days. You will only find snakes down there.
Their words didn't stop me from proving my point. Digging a hole was not easy, but I couldn't give up. Have to stay strong. Have to stay strong. When I opened my eyes, I saw this very good-looking creature in front of me. Am I in heaven?
No, you fainted. You should take a break.
No, I have to finish. I have this feeling that I'm very close.
Okay then, I'll help you.
The boy's name was Ekram. He was cute, and I looked like I just stepped out of a dry desert. Ironic, I know. Looks like you found a crazy person to join you. Your mother should be ashamed.
You are very brave to be doing this. What if you don't find any water?
Look, if you're going to have doubts, then maybe don't help me.
Fine, rude. The ladies are right. You are crazy.
Oh my gosh, the sand is wet! The sand is wet!
You're right. We need to keep digging.
Water! I knew it!
Everyone, come see. We found the water.
We? You were only here for a couple of seconds.
Ekram found the water, everyone!
Ekram, Ekram, Ekram.
I felt like a bomb about to explode. This boy took my shine. I couldn't believe how blindsided everyone was. Was it a curse to be a girl? The people had a celebration even though our fathers were not back. No appreciation was shown to me. When I wanted to speak my mind, Mom stopped me. This is so unfair. I'm the one who believed there was water underground. I'm the one who went there every day. I never gave up. Then this dimwad comes along and steals the show. I can't watch this.
Well, he is a boy and the water was found when he was with you. That's what they've been saying.
Oh, so being a girl means we are disqualified from making any discoveries? That is just ridiculous.
You be quiet, that's all. This is the way things are and we have to accept it.
I know it's painful, sis. No one will hear you out. Just let it be. When I was just about to leave the party, everyone screamed. An Asiatic wildcat had crept into the village, no doubt lured by the sight of water. Dad told me about them when I was little, and they are only dangerous when attacked, or in instances like this where there is a lot of panic.
Ekram, save us from the cat!
Never turn your back on a wildcat. Stand tall and look them in their eyes.
I'm too scared to do that. You save them.
My heart pounded as I faced the wildcat and hoped what Dad taught me would work. Give me your scarf. When the wildcat finally disappeared, I faced the people who looked at me speechless. Why are you all so shocked? Is it because I'm a girl? Where's your Ekram? Oh, look, he is hiding. Come out, Ekram. Come out, Ekram, and act like you saved them from the wildcat, too.
Tomeisha, I think it's time to go home.
No! I am tired of women pulling down women just for being brave. What is wrong with you? Ekram, did you dig a hole for the past 7 days? And what were you about to do when I found the wet sand?
Walk away.
Louder, or else I'll call the cat back.
I was walking away.
Thank you. So your hero, who is a boy, did not discover anything. I, Tomeisha, a strong young woman, made that discovery because I believed in knowledge, while all of you laughed at me. I'm not going to be quiet just because I am female. After some days, I was the famous Tomeisha, but my sister was very distant. Hey Siri, what's the weather like? Very dull at the moment. Please carry an umbrella. What's really wrong? I've decided to go back to school. You promise you'll help me? Hey, I'm the girl who dug the biggest hole. Imagine what I can do for my one and only sister whom I love so much.
Hello. Where is everyone?
Dad!
Oh, thank the gods!
Dad and the rest of the fathers didn't come with any water. Dad said they were held up by some bandits. But that's another story.
Tomeisha, you have made us proud. Thank you for being brave.
We are so proud of you, Tomeisha.
I was always special. I just had to persevere to realize it.